What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Honey K, and make sure you subscribe because we lit over here, period. Y'all know what's going on when I'm sitting on this couch and we looking like this. I got a story time for you guys, and a lot of y'all tell me how y'all like my story times, so let's get right into it. I got another vacation story time for y'all because the last one did so good. It was crazy. Like, my vacation story times are crazy, so I'm like, you know what, I got another one for the girls and the guys. But if you haven't watched my last vacation story time about what old girl Christine did in my shower, make sure you go ahead and check out the description box. I'll have it linked below. Any device except for a TV, I'll have the card and it'll pop up on the screen for y'all, and you can go ahead and tap that card. But if you tap that card, make sure you come back to this video, period. And you can also show a little bit of extra support and go ahead and check out my podcast channel, which is also linked down below. And you can shop the merch, which is also linked down below. Get your Pretty Hustler merch or your Pretty and Paid sets. And we got some new merch coming soon as well, so make sure y'all go ahead and check out the site. Okay, let's get into this story time, y'all. So this vacation took place in Miami, you guys. It was a girls trip. It was with my best friend, but I'm gonna start from the very beginning so y'all can get the whole picture, because it was like, girl, why is you going on vacation broke? So y'all know Miami, spring break go together real bad. So I had never been to Miami before. My best friend hadn't either. And we were like, we should go for spring break because we knew spring break went up. So we like, Miami spring break? We like, yeah, Miami spring break, we finna do it. So we like, okay, bet, we finna start planning it and everything like that. Originally, it was supposed to be me, her, and then we also had another homegirl that we used to hang out with. I'm not gonna give her a name. Just know that she was supposed to come and she didn't end up coming because of her finances. So she knew, because when me and Shay started planning it and stuff, we were like, okay, we gotta find the Airbnb, we're gonna look for our flights. And we had told our other homegirl, like, okay, this is what we finna do. This is around how much it's probably gonna be. She like, oh yeah, like, I'ma see, because I gotta like make this money play real quick. She realized a little bit closer to the trip she wasn't going to be able to have her finances together, so she made the responsible decision that an adult would make, which is to stay home because her finances were not together, right? As she should. So we were like, oh girl, we understand, like, it's cool. We not them type of friends that's like, girl, come on, like, no, if you broke, stay home, period. So we like, okay girl, we understand, it's cool, like, it's just gonna be me and Shay, my best friend. Then the trip is coming up. We like got everything booked already. We already got the Airbnb booked, we already got our flights booked, we're ready to go. At this point, we just posting countdowns on Instagram, and we just like, girl, you got your outfits yet? Like, we planning and we getting excited. You know how a girls trip be, like, once you get everything booked, it's like, okay, we locked in, we going for sure. Now I'm gonna start planning my hairstyle, my outfits, and all of that stuff. So we end up hanging out with our homegirl one night, and she had invited her homegirl. But don't get it wrong, like, her homegirl was my homegirl too, but it was just like we met through a friend. So like, we followed each other on Instagram, and like whenever we hung out with that friend, we would hang out. But if it wasn't us all hanging out together, we wouldn't hang out with her. It was that kind of like friend. So like, she's more than an acquaintance, but like, she's still not really like a close friend, if y'all get what I'm saying. So we all end up hanging out with our friend who said she couldn't come on the trip. So I'm gonna name my friend's friend. Her name is gonna be, what do I want to name her? I'm gonna name her Daisy. I'm naming her Daisy for a reason, because she kind of give ditzy vibes, and I feel like ditzy Daisy kind of goes, no shade, but I'm just saying she is a little ditzy, and y'all gonna see why I'm saying that, because like, yeah, the common sense wasn't always common with her, so like ditzy Daisy just kind of goes. So damn, that's messed up. Daisy was at the homegirl house, and me and Shay ended up linking up with them, and me and Shay was just talking to our homegirl about the trip, like, oh, we excited, like, we wish you was coming. She was asking us though. It's not like we went over there like, oh girl, we know you can't come, but we so excited. Like, no, it wasn't like that. It was like, oh, did y'all get y'all Airbnb? Like, she was asking us questions. She was like, I know y'all gonna have so much fun, like, I wish I could come, but I hope y'all have a ball. And we just like, yeah girl, we excited, we wish you could have came too, but it's okay, next trip for sure. We don't even mess with her no more, but that's besides the point. I might do a story time about her too, because the reason I'm not really cool with her no more is like because of one of my birthdays, and I feel like everybody can relate to like a friend who did some weird stuff around your birthday. But anyways, I'll probably do that story time another day. Daisy was just like, oh, y'all going to Miami for spring break? She like, I want to go. And me and Shay was just like, we looked at each other, we was like, and me and my best friend, we kind of those best friends, we could just look at each other and see each other's face, and we just be like I don't want to say read each other's minds, but like low key. So we both looked at each other like, I mean, you could come. Like, I had just said, I was like, I mean, you could come if you want. And Shay was like, yeah, you could come. Like, we had just told her though, like, we already got our flights and stuff in the rooms. The room only have 2 beds, but like, me and Shay, if you do come, me and Shay don't mind sharing a bed, and then you could just have the other bed. She was like, oh, for real? Like, okay, that'll be cool. Like, I'm down with that. Obviously, because me and Shay have been best friends for years. Like, we could share a bed. We wasn't tripping. But like, we don't know her like that, so we was just gonna give her the bed. It just makes sense. Like, if you're closer with one friend, why would you not share the bed together and let the other friend have the bed, you know? So she was like, nah, that'll be really cool. Like, okay, bet. Like, I'm gonna get my flight, and then I'm gonna let y'all know when I get my flight. We like, okay, girl, like, just let us know, because we leaving soon. It was like probably 2 weeks before the trip, maybe a week for real, I don't know. But she ended up getting her flight like a couple days or like a week later, and then we had like a week or a couple days until the trip. So we were just like, okay, well, bet, like, you good, like, just send us this much for the Airbnb so you could put it on the Airbnb, because this is how much we paid, and then divided by 3 ways, this is how much your share would be. So she sent the money, and everything was squared away. It was all good. She got her flight, sent the money, it was good to go. And so I want to say like 3 days before the trip, maybe a week before the trip, Shay was like on the phone with me, and we was talking or whatever, and I remember she was telling me like she was gonna go to the Slauson to go get some last minute outfits and stuff like that, because she needed a couple more like bathing suit outfits or like dresses and stuff. You know when you packing for a vacation, you like, I need this many bathing suits, I need this many daytime outfits, I need this many nighttime outfits. So she like, I need to get all my outfits, because on trips we definitely wear more than 1 outfit a day. Like, that's just how we coming. So she like, I need to go get me a couple more outfits for the daytime and like some bathing suit stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, okay, bet. And the Slauson, like, you gonna get you some outfits in a Slauson for sure. So she in a Slauson or whatever, and then she called me and told me like, girl, I ran into, when I was in a, ooh, I said her real name. She was like, girl, I ran into Daisy when I was in the Slauson, and she was looking for some outfits. I was like, oh, for real? She was like, yeah. She was like, she was looking for some outfits just like me. And I guess Daisy had asked her to see her out, like what Shay was getting. She was like, oh, let me see, like, what you getting? Like, this for Miami? She was like, yeah. So Shay shows her what she was getting for Miami. Daisy like, oh, that's real cute. That's the bomb. You finna look so good in that outfit, girl. Like, Shay like, thank you, girl. Like, yeah. And then she was like, but I'm about to just get my stuff and I'm finna go. I'm already done shopping. So she was just like, oh, okay. They had just chopped it up for a second, and then Shay had got her stuff, and then that's when she had called me and told me like, guess who I ran into in the Slauson? She was like, we both shopping for some outfits. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Okay, y'all, so I'm editing this story time, and I forgot to tell y'all the reason why I brought up the fact that she seen Shay in the Slauson swap meet buying her outfit was because when we went on the trip, I want to say it was like one of the days we had went out, she had ended up wearing the same exact outfit that Shay had showed her that she bought in the Slauson swap meet. And Shay was like, why would you buy the same outfit that I showed you in the swap meet? Like, she was literally like, oh, let me see what you're getting for Miami. Shay was like, I'm getting this outfit and I'm getting this outfit. She was like, oh, that's so cute. She literally went and bought the same exact outfit after Shay walked out the store. That's weird as fuck. I forgot to say that in the story. I don't know how I forgot to say that. But I just had to come on here and tell y'all I was editing it. And I'm like, wait, I forgot to put that part in there. Like, that girl was weird. Like, why would you buy the same outfit that the homegirl just showed you she's buying? Is you cool? Like, anyways, yeah. Shay was like, that bitch is a weirdo for that. I was like, no, for real. But that's why I had said that in the story time, y'all. I had just forgot to say it. I was trying to remember everything else that was going on, and I forgot to say that part. So yeah, we can go back to the video now. So then, fast forward, it's time to go to Miami, y'all. I already done got my nails done. I got my outfits packed. I'm super excited. It's my first time going to Miami, and I'm going with my best friend. Like, I just knew it was finna be a movie. It was gonna be lit. So I'm like, I'm so excited. Like, and it's spring break. Like, we had done heard stories about spring break. We done seen it on Instagram. Like, everybody knows spring break in Miami is lit. I feel like it's not the same now, but I don't know. I haven't been, but I know like I went one more time after that and it wasn't the same. I wonder if it got back lit how it was the first time I went. I don't know. I haven't been to Miami for spring break in a long time. So we land in Miami and we get out there. It's still daytime or whatever. We check into our Airbnb. The Airbnb was in my name. I'm saying that for a reason, just so y'all know. So the Airbnb was in my name. We checked in and I did everything we were supposed to do to check in. And check-in was easy, all of that stuff. And so we get in our room. We going through our stuff. We like, okay, we probably just gonna get some food real quick and then come back to the room. We finding out where we finna go for the night. Doing all the stuff that, you know, that girls do. Like, okay, we finna do this, that. We go get some food, get some waters and stuff from the store, because we was staying right in South Beach, right by the beach. So everything was like walking distance from us. So that's why we didn't even have to get a rental car or nothing. And we went and got food and stuff, and we got water and everything like that. We also got a bottle, and at the time we was drinking like Hennessy. Shay had got the bottle on her card, so I had cashed out Shay, and then Shay had just told Daisy like, okay, you could cash out me for the bottle. Daisy like, okay, I'm gonna send it to you. Daisy had just got a Gatorade and she didn't get nothing else, and me and Shay got like juice and water, like juice as a chaser for our liquor, and then we got water, and then we got the bottle too. I sent the money. Daisy was like, oh, I'm gonna send it to you in a second because like I don't got no service right here. So Shay was like, okay, bet, like no problem. So then we go back to the Airbnb. Shay did remind her like, oh, Daisy, can you send that cash app? Like, you got service now? And Daisy was like, oh yeah, I'm finna send it to you, girl. Mind you, we not like them type of girls that's like, girl, send me the money right now. Like, no, we just like, okay, you say you're gonna send it, you gonna send it. Like, so Shay was like, okay, bet. So we taking our shots, getting ready and everything like that. So after we got dressed, we all in our little outfits, looking real good. I'll probably put like a little clip. Y'all, I had crazy long nails. I used to have claws back then. When I mean like, I was getting double tips. I was getting double tips, y'all. It was crazy. I would never now, but like back then, I loved me some long nails. I was feeling myself. I'm like, I'm in Miami. I got my long hair in with my long nails. I was feeling real cute. So we like, let's walk down South Beach first. So we walking down the street because everybody was outside, y'all. Like, you could just walk down South Beach and you're going to see everybody. It's on South Beach. It's like the street that everybody walk when they go to Miami and they there for spring break. So we walking down the street, y'all. Everybody's turned up, lit. We end up seeing some girls. We getting lit with them, like random girls. They outside their car dancing on the street, taking shots. They see us. They like, y'all so pretty. Like, all of y'all bomb. Like, y'all so fine. Like, we like, y'all fine too, period. We end up asking them like, oh, what's the vibes for tonight? They was telling us like what they was doing and stuff. We end up dancing with them real quick a little bit. It was fun. It was a vibe. So then we like posting on Instagram and stuff like that, and then people is hitting us up because people from LA that we knew was in Miami as well for spring break. So one of my homegirls was hitting me up like, oh, and she live in Miami. She like, you out here? I'm like, yeah. She like, we need a link, whoopty whoop whoop. Then one of Daisy people that she know, they was like, we having a party at the B&B, pull up. So Daisy was like, we should just pull up on them real quick because they having a party and we know them. So we like, okay, we just gonna pull up on them. And we got in the Uber. We had an Uber pick us up from where we was at. We got in the Uber and we went to their party. So we end up leaving a party and linking up with some other dudes. And we end up going to Club 24. And when we, oh no, not Club 24. We went to Gold Rush. I think it's called Gold Rush. It's a strip club. We end up going to Gold Rush, y'all. And I really cannot remember who we went there with. But I know it was, I'm pretty sure it was some guys for sure. It was some dudes because we was in a Lambo. We didn't get no Lambo. So we lit, getting drunk, faded down. The guys end up giving us some money to throw, so we just having a ball. And then honestly, that wrapped up like the first night. Mind you, Daisy still haven't sent the money for the bottle yet because Daisy says she didn't have service, and then by the time we got back to the room, we knew we had to go on a yacht. The next day, well, we didn't have to, but we knew that one of my homies had invited us on a yacht. He was like, bring your homegirls. I'm like, oh, okay, bet, I'm gonna bring them. So the next morning, we wake up, we like, okay, we finna start getting ready and everything like that. So I'm like, I'm finna brush my teeth, take a shower, do everything. So when I'm done brushing my teeth, taking a shower, Daisy come in the bathroom and she like, oh, do you got some toothpaste? I'm like, yeah, here you go, you can use my toothpaste. She was like, I forgot to bring toothpaste, girl. I'm like, oh, it's cool, you can have some. She like, okay. So she get the toothpaste. Then she like, you got body wash too? I forgot body wash. I'm like, yeah, girl, but I only got a little bit, so you're gonna have to get you some because I literally got the travel size one and I need it for the rest of the time I'm here. Like, so she was like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna go get some. I'm like, oh, you can use it for now, but like, yeah, I don't have a lot like to be sharing. So yeah, because the travel size only be lasting me a couple days, y'all. I be using a lot of soap when I shower. I don't know. So, and I'm just like, how you forget body wash and toothpaste? But okay, like, here you go, girl, you can have some. So she take her shower, brush her teeth, all of that. She come out the bathroom like, Shay, you got some lotion? Shay like, yeah, here you go. She used Shay lotion. She lotioned her body up. We getting dressed, doing our hair and stuff now. We doing our hair and stuff, our makeup, all of that stuff, getting cute for the yacht because we know we finna go on a yacht and we want to take pictures because we in Miami. And of course, when you get on a yacht in Miami, you like gotta take pictures. Like, if you gonna take pictures at any time in Miami, it's gonna be on a yacht. Like, what? Duh. I'm in Miami, I'm tripping on a yacht. I'm tripping on the yacht. You know, like, duh, like, I gotta get pictures on the yacht. I'm in Miami. She like, honey, you got deodorant? This is where I draw the fucking line. I don't share my deodorant. Like, you could have some toothpaste, you could have some body wash. I don't share my deodorant. So I'm like, yeah, but I don't like to share my deodorant. I'm not gonna hold you because it's not the spray one. It's the one that you actually gotta put on. She like, oh, damn. I'm like, yeah. She like, girl, I forgot deodorant. Like, and we gotta hurry up. So I'm not really trying to go to the store right now. Like, can I just use it? I'm like, yeah, you could use it, but like when you're done using it, take a piece of your hair out and cut the deodorant. Y'all know how like you could like slice the top piece of the deodorant that was last used? I'm like, yeah, take a piece of your hair out and slice it and then take it off, because I don't want to use deodorant after nobody. Like, I don't know, if it's not the spray deodorant, that's just a personal hygiene thing for me. If it's not the spray deodorant, I don't want to share my deodorant. I don't want you using my deodorant on your underarms. Like, that's like sharing draws to me. Like, I just don't want to do it. I don't know. It's probably not to that extent, but like to me it is. I don't want to share my deodorant. Like, no. So that's when I was just like, you know, just cut the top off and I guess you could use it, whatever. I'm not trying to be scandalous and I'm not trying to have my homegirl in Miami hot and musty either. We finna go be around some dudes. I can't have my homegirl being musty. So I'm like, all right, you could just use it. So then me and Shay like look at each other. We like, this bitch didn't bring nothing. Like, girl, what did you bring? Yourself and your clothes? Like, you don't got no toothpaste, you don't got no deodorant, you don't got nothing. She asking Shay for hairspray. What did you bring, boo? Like, for real, what did you bring? Like, girl, it's giving you brought yourself some clothes and that was it. But okay, here, and me and Shay was just like, you know, you could just go to the store tomorrow though and get everything else you need because we'll have more time tomorrow. She like, yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow. We walk into where we gotta go to get on the boats, like where everybody finna meet at, because we was right there, like walking distance. So we walking over there. So we end up meeting up with them. I say what's up to my homie. He like, we finna get on the boat right now. We just waiting on a couple more people to come up. So we like, okay, bet. So me and Shay, like, we was drinking a lot last night and we already drunk the water that we had bought when we had first went to the store and got the bottles and the waters and juices. So me and Shay was like, we finna go get some water. We like, Daisy, you wanna come real quick? We gonna go to the store right here. She like, no, I'm gonna just wait for y'all right here. We like, okay, like, stay right here though, cause we gonna come right back. She like, okay. So she was like, can y'all get me a Coca-Cola? And then Shay was like, well, yeah, send me the money though, because you still haven't sent me the money for the Hennessy. And she was like, oh yeah, I forgot to send you that. I'm gonna send it right now, but can you give me a Coke too, because I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you the money for that and I'm gonna send you the money for the Coke. So Shay was like, okay, cool. So we walk into the store. We go to the store. Me and Shay get some water. So Shay like, did she send you the money? Because she ain't sent me no money yet. I'm like, no, she ain't sent me no money. Shay like, well, I'm not getting her Coke then, unless you want to get it. I'm like, I'm not getting it because she ain't even send you the money for the bottle. Why you haven't sent it yet? You was drinking the bottle just like us. Like, just send the money. Talk about you don't got service and stuff. So it was kind of like, I'm not about to buy you no Coke. You ain't even send me the money yet that you said you was gonna send. So we didn't get the Coke. So me and Shay walked back to where we left her at and she not there. We like, where is she at? I'm calling her like, cause we finna go get on the yacht. Like, they telling us like, all right, we finna leave. So I'm calling her like, girl, like, where you at? I'm calling her to see where she at. She not answering. So me and Shay like, oh my God, like, we gotta go. Like, let's find her. So we looking around. We end up walking like, I want to say like 3-minute walk, like the next block over. And all I see is her. I'm like, oh, she right here. And I see this dude with a phone in his hand and a purse on his shoulder. And then I see her like a couple feet away from him posing. She got this man taking pictures of her, y'all, and he's holding her purse. So me and Shay walking up like, who is this nigga? Like, who is this? Like, he taking her pictures. I'm like, I guess. Like, we like, why do he have her purse? We waited for her or whatever. So she see us and she's still taking her pictures. He taking the pictures for her. And we like waiting for her. We like, we gotta go. She like, okay, I'm coming. He take a couple more pictures to her. She like, okay, here I come. So she grabbed her purse and her phone. And Shay was like, you know him? And Daisy was like, no, I just asked him to take my pictures. He asked for my number and I gave it to him. And then I asked him to take my pictures for me and he said, okay. I'm like, and you gave him your purse and you don't know him? She like, yeah. Me and Shay like, huh? Daisy, anything could have happened. She like, what do you mean? You don't know this man. You're in a whole different state. You're by yourself. Your homegirls did not even know where you were at. I was calling your phone to let you know that it was time to go. He was forwarding my call while he was taking your pictures. So I didn't know what happened to you. And what if he would have stole your phone and your purse and ran off with it? This is a whole man in a state that you don't know, and you don't know him either. So you gave him your purse and your phone. So if he would have ran off of it, you wouldn't have been able to call us, and you wouldn't have had no purse. She like, it's not a big deal, y'all. Like, he didn't run off. Like, why y'all tripping? He didn't run off. That's all that matters. But he could have. And then me and Shay was like, we just trying to tell you for like future references. That's not really smart, because what if he would have though? Then what? You wouldn't have been able to call nobody. You wouldn't have had no money out here. You wouldn't have had nothing. How you was gonna get home? You wouldn't even have your ID. She like, but he didn't though. He was cool. Y'all tripping. Y'all overthinking it. We like, no, you're not thinking about it enough. And that's why I want to call her Ditzy Daisy, because baby, you got to be ditzy to do something like that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So we like, okay girl, like I guess. And we was like, you didn't want no water? She was like, no, I'm cool. She was like, y'all didn't get my Coke? Shay was like, you never sent the money, girl. And she was like, oh, I thought I sent it. We was like, no, you didn't send it. She was like, I'm finna send it right now. So y'all, we ended up going on the yacht. We ended up having a ball on the yacht. I'm talking about, we was lit, getting drunk, having a time of our life, boo. And we was taking our pictures, doing everything we was doing. We was so lit, y'all. I had broke one of my nails, because y'all know my nails was long as hell. Niggas was jumping off the yacht into the water. And mind you, we was partying from like evening to night. We had the yacht the whole time. It was nighttime. They was jumping off the yacht into the ocean. We was getting lit, champagne, Casamigos, Hennessy. We was doing it up, y'all, having a ball. Like, when I tell you this trip was really like a trip for the books, it was a trip for the books. We had a ball. After we got off the yacht, me, Shay, and Daisy went back to our Airbnb to go freshen up and figure out what the plots were going to be for the night, because we got off of the yacht around like 8 o'clock-ish. And we were like, okay, like we could still go shower real quick, get dressed, and go out for the night. So by like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, we had ended up linking up with one of my homegirls that I knew out there, because the girl that I knew out there, like every time I would go to a state, like I link up with her in every state, because she moved around a lot. So like she went from Miami to Houston to everywhere, and every time I'm in that state, we would link up. She like, I want to see you, like what you doing tonight? She like, come to this little spot with me, my people's own it or whatever. We like, okay, bet. And it was right by where we was staying at too. So me and Shay like, okay, like we definitely down to go. But by the time we got back to the Airbnb, Daisy was like, I don't feel good, I'm lit, like I'm just gonna stay in for the night. We like, okay, like are you sure? She like, yeah. We like, okay, one thing about me and Shay, we gonna get drunk on a trip, but we never gonna stay in. We gonna get drunk, but we gonna bounce back to make sure we make the best out of every single day, every single night, the whole trip. Like we go get some rest when we get home, boo. So we end up linking up with her at the little spot or whatever. We chilled there for a little bit, and then after we ended up leaving there, we ended up going to another spot, another club with some other people we had ended up linking up with, and we got hella drunk, y'all. We had a ball. Me and Shay didn't end up getting back to the Airbnb until the morning. Like I'm talking about, the sun was up and everything like that. So when we got back, we had asked Daisy like, hey girl, how you feeling? She was like, you know, I don't feel that good. And we was like, well, probably because you wasn't really eating the day before, because me and Shay had went and got food at a restaurant before we had got on that yacht and got lit. And Daisy didn't eat that whole day. So she had just got on the yacht and she didn't want to come to the restaurant with us. He was like, do you want to come to the restaurant with us? She was like, no, it's cool, I don't really want to go. And we was like, are you sure? She was like, yeah, I'm gonna just eat like, I think she had got some chips or something, and she was drinking like a Gatorade. And we was like, okay girl. So mind you, we had got on the yacht after that and we were drinking, so that's why she was down bad and couldn't come out with us later that night. So when we got back from being out later that night, we got back that morning, me and Shay was like, you know, how you feeling? She like, my stomach hurt. We like, you probably need to drink some water because you haven't drunk no water since we've been here. She like, yeah, probably, I don't know, like I haven't really been feeling good, like I think something going on with my stomach. We like, you know, get you some water, some medicine, try to bounce back. We only got like 2 days left. She's like, I'm probably just gonna get a Gatorade or something. So me and Shay ended up telling her like, well, you know, we just got back, but we finna go get some food right now because we gotta eat because we've been drinking a lot. Gotta eat and stay hydrated. So like, you wanna come with us to this little burger spot? She like, nah, it's okay. Like, I don't have no appetite. Like, my stomach hurt. We like, yeah, but that's probably gonna make your stomach feel better if you just, you know, get you some food. She like, no, it's cool. So me and Shay, we like, all right. So we freshened up and stuff. We end up going to go get us some burgers, and we end up sitting outside just enjoying our food and stuff. And we were just talking, and we like, this girl still have not sent the money for the bottle. And Shay was like, I don't want to keep like hounding her for it, but it's like, girl, send the money. Then I'm like, girl, and she haven't even been eating. And then I'm like, I wonder if she even went to the store to go get her some hygiene stuff. Like, while we was gone, I wonder if she went to the store to go get her some hygiene stuff too, because we finna get dressed, and I just don't have time for her to be asking to use all my stuff again. Shay like, yeah, I don't know. After we end up finishing our food, we end up going back to the Airbnb. She was already like getting dressed and stuff. She had already took a shower and everything. Mind you, there was no body wash in the shower. There was no toothpaste because we had our stuff in our hygiene bags, unless she went in one of our bags to use our stuff. But from what I know, I don't know what you used. I don't know if you even brushed your teeth for real, because when I looked in my bag, everything was exactly how I left it. Shay said hers was too. So we like, did she brush her teeth? Who knows? Did she take a shower with just water? Who knows? Like, that's dirty, but okay. So we end up putting our bathing suits on, getting real cute. We like, okay, we finna go to this one little spot that we had saw. I think it was called Happy Ice. They had like little flavored shaved ice. We just wanted to go get a little snack. We had already got some food and everything like that. And we were just gonna walk down South Beach again and just see what we end up getting into. We didn't really have anything planned, but we was like, we're gonna see what we end up getting into. We had told Daisy like we were gonna go get Happy Ice and all of that. I think that's what it was called, y'all. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna just wait for y'all to come back. And we eating our Happy Ice and stuff. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, the last time I done seen this girl eat anything was when we first got here. And we had got burgers from this little spot. She ain't ate since, y'all. It's been damn near a whole day. Since a whole 24 hours. She haven't ate nothing besides some chips and some Gatorade. All she had was chips and some Gatorade from what we knew. We was like outside like all day for real. And it was some dudes, like I remember they had like a snake. And that was my first time holding a snake ever. And it was just hella cool.
She's shaking, you shaking. Bro. You good, she not gonna
So then me, Shay, and Daisy ended up linking up with my other homegirl that I know that lived in Miami. She said she has some plots or whatever. So we ended up linking up with her, and we ended up going with some guys that we had met out there, and we all ended up going to the strip club. And you know, they gave us some money to throw. It was lit. I forgot what strip club we went to. I cannot remember. But we was having a good time. We was lit. And y'all, so mind you, me and Shay had only ate earlier that day. So Daisy didn't eat nothing all day. We was drinking too. So by the time we at the strip club and stuff, me and Shay like, we hungry. Daisy like, me too, I'm starving. We like we finna get us some wings or something. So one of the guys end up telling us like, y'all hungry? Like, y'all wanna get some food? We like, yeah. So we end up ordering some wings, y'all. We all got our wings. The wings is fire. Like, y'all, the wings come out, they smelling fire. I'm like, ooh, I'm finna tear this down. I take a bite of my french fry. Daisy drops her whole plate. Her whole plate, y'all. Didn't even get to take a bite of her wing, french fry, nothing. Drops her whole plate. I'm like, damn. Shay like, damn, what you gonna do? Like, she like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I can't believe I dropped my wings. And the dude was just like, I bought you a plate, you dropped it, that's on you. Like, I'm not gonna buy you another plate. She like, oh my gosh, like, so I'm like, you gonna get you some more? You gonna buy some more? She like, I don't wanna pay for it though. Like, she was like, no, it's cool, I'm not even gonna get none. I'm like, you ain't ate all day, like, you sure? I'm taking a bite of my fries, like, you sure? She like, yeah. Shay over there minding her business, not even saying nothing. She just eating her food, like going in on her wings, y'all. One thing my best friend don't do is play about her food. Once she get her plate, you're not even gonna hear from her. She don't even want to talk. She just want to eat her food. So she just eating her food or whatever. Daisy was like, can I have one of your wings, honey? I'm like, yeah, you could have one, but I'm not gonna lie, I only got 6 and I'm starving. So like, you could have one, sure. Like, I really didn't want to give her a wing because I'm like, girl, just go buy you a plate. Like, just go buy you some. I get if you was mad that you spent your money, but you didn't even spend no money. So just go buy you a plate of food. I'm like, just go buy you another plate. She like, no, it's cool. Can I just have one of your wings? I'm like, yeah. So she take one of my wings, y'all, and then that's all she ate. how is she surviving for real? Like, what? It gotta be like a money thing or something. Like, she don't want to spend no money. Like, this is crazy. Like, you're starving yourself. So she just eat one of my wings, y'all, and that was it. And we get back to drinking, like, and I was telling Shay, like, I feel bad, but girl, just buy you a plate. Like, Shay, like, she probably don't got no money to buy no plate. That's why she still ain't sent me my money for that bottle. I'm like, that's a fact. She still ain't sent that money. Shay, like, no, I'm gonna ask her for it again later. I'm like, damn. Daisy was ready to go back to the Airbnb, but me, my homegirl that I know from Miami, and Shay, we ended up going to like an after party. So I had gave Daisy the key to the Airbnb so she can get in. Why we end up getting to the after party, Daisy ends up calling me like, girl, I can't find the key. I'm like, what do you mean you can't find the key? She was like, I thought I put it in my purse, but I don't know where it's at, blah, blah. I'm like, well, you need to find the key because that's the only key. We're not gonna be able to get in. And at the end of the day, if they let us in the room, if we have to call the people to let us in the room, then they're gonna charge me for that key, and the Airbnb is in my name. So if they charge me for that key, you're gonna need to send me the money for that because you lost it. Like, that's irresponsible as hell. Like, how did you lose it? She like, I don't know, like, I'm gonna look for it. Like, I think I left it at the last spot we was at. I'm like, you left it at the last spot we was at when that's where I gave it to you at? So what did you do with it? I'm like, I could have swore I seen you put it in your purse. She like, I don't know, I'm looking for it, I'm gonna look for it, I'm gonna look for it. I'm like, okay, yeah, you need to look for it because if not, they're gonna have to let you in, and then whatever they charge me, you're gonna have to give me. Mind you, I'm already having in my head like, I'm not gonna be going back and forth with this girl about whatever Airbnb charged me, because the same way you didn't want to send them funds for that bottle, I doubt you're gonna want to send the funds for this key, because when I booked the Airbnb, they had already specified. I don't know if people lose the key to their Airbnb a lot or what, but they definitely had specified. And I remember telling her too, when I gave her the key, I was like, don't lose the key, because when I booked, the lady literally told me there is a lost key charge, and it was like a $300 fee for losing the key. So I was like, if they charge me for that key, if you don't find it, like, that's on you. So she was like, I'm gonna find it, like, I don't know, like, I'm gonna just have to sit out here and look for it or go back to where we was at. I'm like, okay, well, you gonna have to find it, like, I don't know what to tell you. And I wasn't trying to be like a bitch or nothing, but I'm like, if you don't find it, like, that's just what it is. Like, you're an adult, you're gonna have to take responsibility for being drunk and losing a key, period, when I told you to put that shit in your purse. I was irritated though, because I'm like, by the time we leave this after party, if you haven't got back in the room yet because you didn't want to call the people, like, I'm gonna be tired, I'm gonna be ready to lay down, I'm gonna be irritated. So me and Shay was like, hopefully she find the key. We end up hitting up the Uber we was in and everything to see if she had like left the key in the Uber. It wasn't in the Uber. I forgot where the key ended up being at, but she had ended up finding it, y'all. I want to say it was like out front of the Airbnb, like outside the gate, like in the bush or something. She said something like that, but I was irritated about that. We get back to the room, y'all. It's the next day. Me and Shay wake up. She asking to use some toothpaste and stuff. So that's how we knew the day before she didn't have no toothpaste. She didn't have no body wash. She didn't brush her teeth, and she took a water shower. That's nasty. So that's how we knew, like, okay, she still ain't bought no hygiene stuff. So yesterday you was walking around yuck mouth. That's nasty. You not our type of homegirl, for real. Cause what? Why are you acting so cheap? Like, what's up with you? So I give her my toothpaste again. I don't say nothing. So then Shay give her some body wash this time, cause I didn't. I'm like, I'm not trying to run out. So Shay give her some body wash, and then she don't get no deodorant, cause I already told her I didn't want nobody using my deodorant. So she didn't put no deodorant on. Me and Shay like, we finna go to this little restaurant we have found. It was this little Cuban spot. We finna go to the restaurant. She like, how much you think that's gonna be? We like, we don't know, we never been. Okay, I think I'm gonna just go get me a burger from the other spot y'all went to yesterday. But she was like, but I'm gonna wait though, so y'all could just go. We like, okay. So we end up going, get our food, we sitting down eating. So I was like, Shay, did she even send you the money? She was like, she just sent it to me this morning when I asked her for it. She was like, but it's the fact that I had to keep asking you for it. Like, girl, why you didn't send the money? Then Shay was like, then on top of that, she didn't want to buy no wings in the club, gonna ask you for one wing, didn't eat nothing else that whole day. That's crazy. Like, I'm like, nah, that is crazy. Like, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to make sense now. Why she had to let that man carry her purse and take her pictures, because the bitch ain't have nothing to steal. Bitch had dust in her purse. Like, it's all making sense now. She was saying she didn't have service to send you the money for the bottle. Whole time we all had service except you just didn't have the funds or something. Like, it's just weird. Or you just was trying to get away with not sending the funds, and then you didn't want to buy a plate at the strip club because you don't got no money. Why did you come to Miami? Like, girl, it's giving you really don't got nothing but dust in that purse and you should have stayed at home. Just like your homegirl who told us her finances was not good stayed at home. You should have stayed at home with her and y'all could have had a free party at the house. No money had to be spent. Why did you come to Miami? Broke. So we end up getting back to the room. We like, okay, like we finna start getting ready because we gonna, you know, get ready to go out again. Cause I had got invited to the Mondrian, cause you know how the Mondrian be having like the poolside parties and stuff. So we had got invited to the Mondrian and I was like, you know, we all gonna get ready and go. So she like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I think I'm gonna just stay in the room for the day. We like, are you sure? Like, we like, it's our last night. You gonna stay in the room? She like, yeah, I'm gonna just stay in the room. Like, I just don't feel good. I'll probably just come out with y'all tonight when y'all go out. We like, are you sure? She like, yeah, I'm sure. We like, okay, we'll get you some food and like maybe like a Tums or some Pepto-Bismol or something for your stomach. Cause she just kept saying her stomach was hurting. We like, you know, you need to eat something and like drink some water, hydrate, cause you just been drinking Gatorade. She like, yeah, y'all right, I'm gonna get some. So mind you, when we was getting food, she had said she was gonna go get her a burger. When we came back to the room, all she had was a bag of chips and another Gatorade and a Coca-Cola. No water. We've been to Miami for 3 days. You have not took a sip of water. How are you alive? Like, I would have passed out by then. And then all you had the day before was a chicken wing that you took off of my plate and some liquor. And the day before that, you had a burger and that was it. How are you alive? Babe, I'm so confused. Me and Shay ended up getting an Uber, going to the Mondrian, poolside. We ordering food, because we them type of girls, we gonna eat. One thing we gonna do, we gonna eat. We order food, we order drinks, we sipping, we having a ball, we looking good, we taking pictures, doing what girls do in Miami, okay? Met some sugar daddies. We did it, we doing it all, y'all. Because if you've been to Miami, then you know that that's where they at. So yeah, we just meeting people, just all of that. So then y'all, a couple hours later, after we was at the Mondrian and stuff and just doing whatever we was doing, roaming the Miami streets, y'all, we end up going to 7-Eleven, get some snacks, some water, some juice, and we got back to the Airbnb. We see Daisy. She just been chilling all night. We like, hey girl, like, how you been? How you feeling? She like, I'm good. Mind you, it's like at this point, it's a lot of stuff that she didn't want to come and do. Like, why did you come? Literally, why did you come? Like, going on a trip broke makes you want to stay in the room. That's exactly what she was doing, staying in the room. You should have stayed your ass at home. Like, who goes on vacation to sit in a room because they're broke? That's the dumbest shit you could do. I'm sorry. It is dumb. So we like, okay, so are you gonna come out with us tonight? Because it's the last night in Miami. She like, yeah, I'm gonna come out with y'all. I'm gonna come out with y'all. We like, okay, bet. So we get dressed, we freshen up, we put our outfits on for the night. We end up going to the first little party. We there, we vibing, having drinks and stuff. Then we like, okay, we finna leave from here and go to the next spot. We in the Uber on the way to the club, and me and Shay in the back seat, Daisy in the front seat of the Uber. I don't know why she was in the front seat. I don't know if it was like a small back seat or what, but she was in the front seat for some reason. So we on the freeway, and it was spring break. The freeway was packed, y'all. The freeway was packed. I'm talking about jam packed. They was not even like, nobody was moving. It was just packed as fuck. So me and Shay lit, drunk. Some people that was next to us was like calling our name and stuff, like, yo, yo, yo. They could see us because like our Uber was like a fishbowl, so they could see us through. They like, y'all fine, like, what's y'all name? Whoopty whoop whoop. So I rolled a window down, I'm talking to them or whatever. Me and Shay talking to them. They like playing their music, blasting it or whatever. They right next to us. Me and Shay hop out the car. We start dancing, we twerking, we lit on the freeway, y'all. Twerking, shaking, throwing ass, all of that on the freeway. So they like, y'all fire, y'all look like a good ass time, like, come with us to the club, like, come in the car with us, get in the car with us. They had a nice ass car too. I forgot what kind of car they had, but it was a nice ass car. And we look at each other, we like, fuck it, let's go. We like, let's go. Like, me and Shay, when we was young, we really did live our best life, y'all. If you seen that story time I did when we was in Orlando, this is just another example of us just living our best fucking life in our 20s. For sure, we had time. So we tell Daisy, like, we finna get in the car with them, like, come on. She like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I kind of don't feel good. Like, I think I'm gonna just go back to the room. I think I'm gonna just, you know, change the Uber to take me back to the Airbnb. We like, it's our last night, like, come on. Like, me and Shay, them type of friends, we want you to have a good time. We don't want you to just be in the Airbnb. Mind you, you've been in the Airbnb for days now. Why did you come? Like, what the hell? So we like, come on, like it's our last night, like we leaving tomorrow. She like, no, I really like, I don't feel good. We like, are you sure? We asking her like to make sure she was sure. She like, yeah, I'm sure. We like, all right. So we end up getting in the car with them, y'all. We end up going to the club. Thank God, God was protecting us always. They end up going in like the exit lane or whatever, like, but not the exit lane, like the emergency lane on the freeway. And they end up just going through all the traffic. Y'all got off the next exit. They was driving, got us to the club. We was in the club, we was lit. We had a ball, y'all. And we were just out the fuck side. Like, we had a time, y'all, like for real. And we had ended up getting back to the Airbnb and she was asleep. And that was just that, y'all. She ended up being asleep with one of the guys that we had met the night that she had lost the key. We like, why the did you have him in the room? So when we got back, he had ended up just getting up and leaving. And we was just like, girl, like you had this nigga in the room with all of our stuff. Like, it was just so many red flags and so many things that she was doing. Like, you was broke, you was dumb, and you was starving yourself. We was just like, her trip had to be terrible. But me and Shay had a fucking ball. We had a blast. Anyways, moral of the story is, don't let the broke homegirl ruin your vacation, and don't keep letting her tell you she gonna pay you back, because one thing we don't play about is our money. So one thing we not gonna do is be like, keep getting something for you, and then at the end of the trip we like, you owe me $500 because you didn't give me none of the money. We not doing that, baby. I'm sorry. You should have never came on this trip broke. Don't go on no trip with nobody that's a dummy, who's letting nobody hold their purse and take their pictures. It was just so many red flags, y'all. Letting a nigga come stay in the room with you while we gone with all of our stuff in here. We don't even know this man. And we know you dumb as hell. So he could have robbed you in your sleep and you wouldn't even know. It was just so many red flags about going on a trip. So after that trip, me and Shay literally promised each other like we're never going anywhere with her again. Ever in life. And yeah, that was our trip, but we still had a ball. We made the best of it. Shay got the money for the bottle. So I don't know if she had a good trip or not, but we did. So if y'all could take anything from this video, this story time, don't go on a trip broke. And if your homegirl talking about her money ain't right, her money is funny, baby, stay your money funny ass at home, okay? Because you don't need to come with us. Because when we go on a trip, we gonna ball. Even if it come down to, let's piece up on a section, me and my bitches are gonna ball. If a nigga not paying it for it, we gonna pay for it. It's never cool to go on a trip expecting niggas to pay for your trip and take care of you. Yes, we're pretty, and yes, we go outside expecting like free shit, but if it comes down to it, we're gonna come out of pocket. And if you're not willing to come out of pocket, you need to stay your ass at home, period. It's okay to go on like on a trip saying you don't want to overspend, but like don't go on a trip with your homegirls if you cannot even buy yourself something to eat. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this story time about the broke homegirl. Make sure you don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you turn your post notifications on so you can be notified every time I post a video. And make sure you go watch some of my other videos, because who don't like to watch my videos? Everybody likes to watch my videos, period. Love you guys. Bye.